We're gonna do it. We're gonna expose the mastermind live on stream. It's time to be exposed.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Would you say this inconsistency would expose the mastermind? Any consistency in the biolab? What can we be talking about? We know.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Ah!
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab, could you be talking about?
By the way,
we know.
Makoto, what about that one thing?
Huh?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What? What the hell? He's bringing this up after like 30 hours of gameplay. Now he's gonna bring up the family thing. What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
I never liked them anyway. I'm actually pleased that I've been here for several weeks. I think I've been away from them.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Because I'm an asshole.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
That's the point. Make you make a mistake. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Here live on stream, we'll expose him. By the way, if you don't know what that is, that's a reference to the fighting game community. They used to joke about that in the early days of streaming. If people would like play a fighting game and get like bodied on stream or completely destroyed, they'd be like, "You just got exposed for the fraud you are on stream." It was a running joke. So, one area where the numbers just don't match up. That's right. The lockers. Here we go. The moment of truth. Here we go.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Boom. Final strike. Dude, I owned him.
I'm not listening!
Oh, biolab secret. He's not listening. He won't listen. He won't listen. What happened? Was it the wrong bullet? It was the wrong
Are you
bullet?
sure about this? That's impossible!
I don't know what happened.
I'm
Ah,
not listening.
biolab lights. Here we go. Fire.
This should prove it.
There we go. I had to change it. They fooled me for a second. Woo, that was close.
The inconsistency Fioko's talking about is the lights.
That's what I figured out on my own. Yeah, here we go.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in.
Yep, we're short by one.
And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Oh my god, he's so stupid. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights should have been 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. So Yaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. You know what I'm thinking now? Wait a minute. I'm looking at how they're dying. Both Junko and both Sayaka and Junko were stabbed, so maybe one of them could be the mastermind. Because remember they said, oh no, wait a minute. Now I'm confusing. it. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm really confused. I was gonna say maybe how Mukuro died was those stab wounds. I was gonna say maybe they could be. That doesn't make sense. They can't be Mukuro. I'm losing my train of thought. All right, let's keep going. Chihiro was 4th. Mondo was 5th. Taka was 6th, and then Hifumi was 7th. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. And now, the victim number 10 is Makura.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
Yep. Someone's still alive. Someone didn't actually die.
A dead body just up and disappeared?
No, one of them was faked.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed him. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would it make for that to make sense? Only 9 murders took place. There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. No? That's patently untrue. Counting Monokuma's executions, there have been 10 murders. Fuck!
Shoot!
God damn it! The reason there are less bodies than murders. The mastermind destroyed a body? No, the same person was killed. Oh! The same person was killed twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
So that means, wait a minute. So that means that one of the people who died early on must be. Wait a minute, I was right. One of the people who died early on must be Mukuro. But that doesn't make sense. Now I'm confused. Well, if we go back and we think about the murders, Sayaka was stabbed a bunch of times, so Sayaka could be Mukuro. Junko was impaled a bunch of places. Junko could be Mukuro. Who else was stabbed? No, some of the murders, no, there were the hammer kills. Those were just hammer hits. There was the suicide. That can't be. It's got to be either Sayaka or Junko then. Who's Mukuro? Yeah. One of them has to be Mukuro.
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
You know what I'm thinking now? Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I don't think that the body of Mukuro is the body of Mukuro. The body of Mukuro is the body of either Sayaka or Junko, because both of them have stab wounds in their dead bodies. And then they posed it in the garden to make it look like it had been murdered, when in reality no murder actually took place. The murder had happened earlier. But then if that's the case, then why would Monokuma have rung the bell as if someone had been murdered when we had already found both of those bodies? We had already seen Sayaka and Junko's bodies once. Wait a minute. But when we found... Now I'm really thinking into this. Hold on a second. Follow my line of reasoning here. When both Sayaka and Junko were killed, Sayaka's body was discovered, and Monokuma played the noise, the alarm, to say, oh, a body has been discovered. But he never played that for Junko because Monokuma killed Junko. I just figured it out. The mastermind is Monokuma. Monokuma killed Junko. Junko is Mercuro. Junko must be Mercuro. Yeah, and that would make sense. She was impaled, so she has those wounds in her body. Yeah. So, if you want to know who killed Mercuro, the mastermind did. Monokuma, because we all saw it. We have blatant evidence, right? But the question is, who is the mastermind? The mastermind must be the real Mercuro, because that's not Mercuro's body, that's Junko's body. So the mastermind is Mercuro, which is what we were saying to begin with. That's my guess right now. That's the line of reasoning I'm following here. I don't know if I got it right or not.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Yep.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
I just figured it out.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Of course. You see how nervous he is now? Because he knows that they're getting it. They're figuring it out.